So many people have said, like, how did you get here? Like, what made you want to do this? And if you look me up online, if you Google Amory Burley, you'll see that I have had a very successful corporate career in luxury hotel management and executive management. And the beauty of this path is it took me all over the world. And I mentioned in the opening that I lived in Egypt in 1982 and 83, and clearly this was my original calling. That when you're 17 you have no idea. So I came here and I lived here, and what I realized is I loved to travel. Like I'm from a very small town in California, population 4,000, and I had never been to a big city before. And I came to Egypt as kind of my first big city, Paris, London, Cairo. Well, in 1982, there were 12 million people here. So I went from 4,000 people to 12 million. And it was that was an awakening in itself. But it opened my eyes to, wow, there's such a different life out there, and people are so different. And I lived with a Muslim family as an exchange student, so I learned all about Islam and their traditions, and how often things are misinterpreted and misunderstood. And the whole point of the exchange program was to help us understand culture, international cultures, and break down barriers. So it definitely did, and it just put me on this path of travel. And I joined Four Seasons originally, and that's what started my international travel. And so after 10 years of traveling around the world with them, I joined another company, ended it in Australia, and working with the indigenous. Oh my goodness, like that's a post of gratitude in itself. And then I moved to so I got the experience all around Asia Pacific, and understanding Chinese culture and Chinese history, right? It's fascinating, and what they believe. And then coming to the Middle East, and for the last, it's been 6-7 years already, and their perspective, and of course, the living with Islam. So there's been all these different chapters of spirituality and understanding how these motivate the cultures and help people find their way, right? And then you look at the awakening that's happening on a mass conscious level, like it's just the collective is waking up and saying, let's do something different. So to have an understanding of all these different backgrounds and all these different beliefs and all these different cultures, it's helped me be a very successful coach in my career. And so one of my favorite things that I've done in my career is find these people who are just, I suppose, are seekers in their own, but they just have no idea. They don't know the language, but they definitely have questions. And I was told early on, no, you can't coach people on their personal lives. And I was like, well, I'm going to anyway, because if they are happy in their personal lives, then for sure they're going to be better at work. And it's true, right? When you wake up in the morning and you choose to wake up on the right side of the bed because you know that it's a better choice for you, you go to work and you're more productive and you're more engaged. And that was my specialty. My specialty was motivating and inspiring people. And I was really good at it because it was genuine, because always I have worked from my heart. But I didn't always take care of myself the same way I took care of my people. I didn't always walk the talk. I knew the talk, and I could see people responding to it. But we're all on our own journeys. So yes, I had a very, very big, very successful corporate career, and it took me places I never imagined I'd ever go. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for my career. And I can see that I have taken the gift that I have of working with people and helping people find their own hidden gems. I've been doing that for the last 40 years. So it just makes sense that I'm continuing to do it, but with more meaning now, and not to be engaged and more productive in an environment where you're making money for someone else, some big corporation, but where you are more engaged and you are more connected to what makes your heart sing. So my career was 100% in preparation for doing this, and I will help you find what makes your heart sing by connecting you to some of these amazing places here in Egypt. So come and discover what makes your heart sing with me.